Hello traders, Sid here with another weekly watchlist video. This video is going to be very interesting because this Friday the Bureau of Labor released CPI indexed and it shows a year-over-year increase of 8.6% last month, up from 8.3% in April. This is alarming, and we will be in a recession probably in next 6 to 8 months. You can look at this situation from either pessimistic or optimistic perspective. If you take a pessimistic perspective, then that would be a short-sighted, while optimistic perspective helps you to build a generational wealth. Right now market sentiment is bearish and it's easy to fall for that, but as an investor you need to think about the future, as all the good stocks are at the major discounted price. It's good opportunity to buy them slowly, one at a time, rather than calling a short and going all in. Now let's get started with this video with the market review. Nasdaq. So Nasdaq got rejected from the 0.382 level. I didn't even change a bit. I drew this fib retracement levels probably like 2 weeks ago. So if you guys can see here how well market respects certain levels, this is a prime example of that. And after getting rejection from 0.38 level, it dropped even further after the market received CPI data. From the technical standpoint, it is going to retest this recent low at 11,500 and probably bounce back and start making another lower low. Moving on to ES or S&P 500, it's very similar to Nasdaq. Got rejected from the 0.382 level. It tried to break that level multiple times but couldn't do it, so came down and now heading to retest the previous low. Setup is prime to make another low exactly like Nasdaq. Moving on to VIX. So VIX held its lower support level pretty nicely and bounced back from there. Got rejected from 0.382 of this fib retracement, which also was the upper trend line level of that trend line resistance of that of this falling wedge. But since stochastic turns bullish, you can expect another move up towards 30, and which will cause another bloodbath in the market. Moving on to XOP, oil and gas sector. Now, even though it's a strong sector in an inflationary term, it's ready for a pullback from a recent high of around 170.93. It can come down to 0.382. At that level, we can see like a pullback right around here, and if we couldn't hold this 0.382 level at 152.98, then we can quickly retest this previous highs, where resistance turns into support, and that level would be around like 145. So keep that in mind. Moving on to Airbnb. Airbnb has a nice bear flag formation and looks like it is going to break recent 104 support and go for double digit numbers. Now $100 level may act as a support, but we are talking about uncharted territory because there is nothing here to trace back to, so everything is uncertain here. But just keep an eye on this 104 level, and after that $100 level, if it couldn't hold, then obviously it can fall even further. Umbrella Corp, another bear flag formation, massive support at 67.20, so watch out for that one. AMD gave high hopes after its recent run towards 110, but got rejected even before retracing this 0.382 move, and now heading towards 83 to test its recent low. I hope it can hold this 83 level, otherwise we have this massive support at 73.49, but that would be too bearish, but provides a good buying opportunity if you are into AMD. CRM, Salesforce has a nice setup to play towards the downside. Stochastic is turning bearish, also it's heading towards this gap fill. It got rejected from 0.618 level and couldn't even bounce from the 0.382 level. Now we just need to watch out if it can bounce from the level of this gap fill, which is around like 175, 174. If we get a bounce, then it probably retest this 0.382 level, and if it couldn't break through that level, then the next move will fill this gap. CrowdStrike, this has a rising wedge formation and can be seen in most of the stocks because of the current market condition. But some stock has it well defined, and some stocks has it like barely noticeable. In case of CrowdStrike, you can clearly see this rising wedge, and it has a nice setup for the downside. Now CrowdStrike got rejected from this 0.382 level. Now it tried to break through, couldn't hold that level. It got rejected from its previous support, and now heading down towards, let's say it can retest this 153 level, where it has the nice support from the previous resistance. So it's a good play for the downside. Dollar Tree traded sideways in last couple of days, but it's at the edge of the massive gap fill and can flush down very quickly. Now it won't complete the gap fill in the first attempt, but might bounce from 145 level, which is also a 0.382 retracement, head back towards 0.6182, and if it couldn't break through that level once again, then probably it can come all the way down to complete the gap fill. Lululemon, another rising wedge formation, and can come down and retest to its 268 level. MongoDB, another example of rising wedge. If it breaks down this 260 level right around somewhere around like here, then it can come all the way down to 217 to 20. So this is kind of like a good play towards the downside. Also, just keep in mind that it has this massive support at 237, so it might halt over there before retesting this recent low. Netflix, after earning reports on Jan 22, it's making lower lows consistently and at an alarming pace. It's non-stop. Now once again, it's forming this wedge, rising wedge formation, which is not well defined, but it's giving you all the signal that tells you that this stock is bearish. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down all the way to 150, 145 level, but even before that it will retest this recent low at 164, and it might get a bounce back or not, depends on the market condition. But if it couldn't hold that, then probably we will see all the way down towards 120 level. That's entirely possible based on the market condition. Nike, another sharp rising wedge, rejection from the 0.682 level, and next target will be 10300 level. Nvidia, semiconductor sector is one of the weakest sectors in this environment, and Nvidia is set to retest its previous low at 150. But if you consider all these levels, then you can get that number, like it's heading towards 150. It might bounce a little bit here and there, but if market condition is total bearish, then 150 is not that far off. And lastly, Tesla is very interesting. Surprisingly, it has a bull flag setup, and I'm expecting another leg high from this level to retest its upper resistance of this flag, which comes close to 768. But take it with a pinch of salt, as I have seen heavy options flowing in both directions. So either like it will chop sideways, or it can pick up a direction and move in that direction pretty aggressively. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and see you again in next weekly watchlist video. Thank you. Bye.